Hello, buddy. Welcome back to Tin Man's Corner channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and today, since it's St. Patty's Day, which is the day I'm recording it right now, I'm going to be reacting to Tell It Animated's evolution of Leprechaun. So I'm going to turn the camera around for you guys to face the computer, and we'll go on from there. All right?
The Leprechaun is a C-tier villain with an A-tier evolution, and there's nowhere he won't go to recover his gold. Let's go through his looks, abilities, and story animated.
Just thought I'd let you guys know I have not seen all of the Leprechaun movies, and I might have seen the first one, but I can't remember all of it. But anyway, this will probably get me up to speed anyway, so enough about that. Let's continue.
Leprechaun first wears a green tuxedo, red shorts, striped socks, and heeled shoes. He has craggy skin, curly hair, poor dental hygiene, a tiny top hat, and an affinity for shining shoes. He's bulletproof, can reattach lost limbs, mimic voices, use force powers, and...
Oh, that's creepy for him to change his voice like that. Ooh. And had the ability of the Force like Darth Vader to grab stuff.
Teleport. After searching for his lost shilling, he's found...
Oh, that's neat, the ability to teleport. How many of you guys would like to do that? I mean, seriously.
a four-leaf clover that melts his skin before falling down a well. That gets drenched in gasoline and engulfed in an explosion. In the sequel, the Leprechaun sports a Robin Hood-style getup, complete with cape and pointy hat, and his hair is longer and lighter. In this film, strangely, his nails are sometimes red. Fast forward 1,000 years, and he's back in his usual attire, but with a red and blue vest, a purpley lapel, puffy cuffs, darker shorts, smaller buckles, socks with thinner stripes, and he's extremely bald. His new skills include creating realistic illusions and shape-shifting. This time, he aims to claim a young bride, but is stabbed with an iron rod, blowing him apart.
Okay, in the first one, it was an amulet with four-leaf clover rubbed all over it, and then his skin started to peel, and then he fell into a well and got burned to death. And now in this one, an iron rod could defeat him. I don't get that, but anyway.
In the third film, Lep first appears as a stone statue, but after his medallion is removed, he's brought back to life. His lapel is no longer purple, his vest is a dark blue, and his sleeves feature an additional chain. His shorts are now brown, his sock stripes are even thinner, his shoe buckles are rounder, and his skin is more heavily dotted. He also dresses in a lawyerly outfit, religious robes, a psychic getup, doctor's scrubs, and magician's attire. This film also portrays him expanding people to explosion, and reveals that his bite, mixed with his blood, can turn his victim into a Lep-human hybrid. Lep hits Vegas in search of his booty, but when it's burnt, he sets ablaze. Leprechaun...
Now, Leprechaun 3, you burn his gold, he burns. They come up with weird ways to kill him, I tell you. And the fact that he could turn humans into leprechaun hybrids, ooh, that is creepy.
4 introduces Leprechaun in a black tuxedo, wooing a space princess. While his main look remains consistent, the buckle on his hat is more circular. He also wears a sheriff costume, safety helmet, and a hazmat spacesuit. After being obliterated and peed on, his spirit flows into the miscreant, allowing him to rematerialize. And he has the power to create force fields now. He faces off against space marines, which accidentally enlarge him, but he's sucked into space and bursts apart. In Leprechaun in the Hood, Lep appears as a stone statue. Again, gets awoken briefly, and then transformed into a different-looking statue. Years later, he's unleashed, but his skin is darker, his hair even longer, and he sometimes sports snazzy shades. His new powers consist of creating electrical currents and possessing people. He hits the...
Yeah, me and my dad were watching some of this today, and I was like, what? That's a new ability.
Hood looking for his magical flute, and then steps in to manage a rising rap star. And back to the Hood, Leprechaun's clothes are darker, and he wears a long coat, a frilly dress shirt, and a fancy cloak.
I haven't seen this
one.
one.
Taller, and his face is slightly orange in tone. He lacks most of his powers.
Went from being a traditional green suited leprechaun to more of a gothic or just hipster Leprechaun.
but his eyes can glow demon red. He's condemned and dragged into hell. Then, when his gold is discovered, he climbs out to reclaim it. But he gets crisped in an oven, shot with clover-laced bullets, and knocked
Okay, now, clover-laced bullets. Really?
into wet cement. The reboot, Leprechaun Origins, features a hunched goblin with an extremely
I don't like
deformed
that
face.
one.
He can be imprisoned by
That don't look like no leprechaun. It looks more like a demon troll. Anyway.
ancient monoliths and loves to feast on tasty people, but is easily decapitated and promptly forgotten. Ignoring all the sequels, Leprechaun Returns opens with one of Lep's survivors accidentally ingesting his well water, leading to Lep's rebirthing. He appears shorter and sports a brown suit, socks with much thinner stripes, an overcoat covered in fungus, while his nose is hooked and his skin is green and he has yellow eyes and longer hair. His hat is smaller and covers up a prominent bald spot. He can now remove his face.
Oh, now that's a creepy addition right here. But I kind of like the look of this leprechaun, but I wish they kept the taller top hat. But I mean, it still looks good though.
And also hide inside of his hat. Although
Now that would be cool. It's almost like a magician trick, but just jump in and then boop, pop out.
sorority girls explode him to goo, he rematerializes as miniature clones and reforms as a full-size Lep. Eventually, the girls electrocute him to flames, leaving him in need of a crucial makeover. And now, well, we wait for the Old West reboot to complete this oddball series. Thank you for watching,
Oh, you
liking,
gotta be
and
kidding me.
subscribing. Shout out to the
A Wild West leprechaun. Can't wait to see that updated video, but anyway. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, but really, I have not seen the Leprechaun series, or besides the one, and I was like, wow, I didn't know he changed that much, and I don't know why they couldn't just do a sequel to the last Leprechaun, not the Origins, but the one before that. But I suppose they want to just reboot it and be like, all the other movies don't count. But anyway, that's going to be it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you that are watching this. By the time this is uploaded, it'll be past. But remember, you see a pot of gold either in the woods or right near a rainbow, make sure there ain't no leprechaun guarding it. Anyway, that's my little safety tip for you. That's all. Bye-bye.